land and know your prey.
Crude mouth, woman.
Welcome to our nightmare. Oh, man.
The Yukon is one hostile territory. Slippery slopes, ice-cold glacial lakes, valley floors that snag both foot and hoof, and the distance to anywhere is vast. Mantracker's one tough cowboy, an elite tracker with years of trail smarts. But this isn't cowboy country. That's why he's got Chuck, his local scout. Chuck's a direct descendant of the first Mountie to patrol this territory. This place is in his blood.
It's country that doesn't lend itself towards people.
These two may be the exception. Susie and Russ, two dyed-in-the-wool Yukoners. Russ is a farrier, and he knows exactly where a horse can and cannot go. Out of the stables, he's a big game hunting guide, all stealth.
Mantracker, he's gonna have his hands full. Yeah, he better be ready to go. You better do your boots up a little tighter than normal.
An hour ago, Russ met his partner, Susie, a former city girl, combining Yukon grit with urban style, used to doing things her way.
Put more straw down.
She's a maverick chicken farmer looking for thrills.
Having someone follow you, it's kind of creepy kind of fun. But also you almost feel like, wow, here's this guy focusing all of this attention on me. You know what I mean?
There are no prizes for these Yukoners. They're after glory, and Mantracker's after them. 3 hours ago, a flare signaled the start of their marathon through dense brush and across mountain ridges as high as 2,500 meters. The prey have 36 hours to get to a highway 56 kilometers away without getting caught.
At some point, we should break off and get into the grass and try to lose them, slow them down a little bit.
Sure.
Maybe right here's a good idea.
Okay. I'll follow you.
They started with a 3-kilometer head start.
Yeah.
First the roads, then on and off trail. They move in a broken pattern to throw off their pursuers. Mantracker's got to get to the flare point before he can even begin. From there, he patiently rides this search pattern to find something, anything that gives him some idea of his prey's direction. Maintaining their head start is proving a challenge for the prey.
How about I take that pack for you? Maybe we can loosen up just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a
Tying her back out.
sore spot right there. I appreciate that.
There.
Thank you very much.
Let's keep charging.
All right, let's go.
Mantracker's still scouring the flare site for his first clue.
There, we're gonna have the other set right here.
Right, so this mountain, that'd be that tall one. We don't want to go right to
Russ and Susie are armed with a map, a compass, and a solid direction.
You can hardly see our tracks either.
Ours don't show up with shit, you know?
All Mantracker has is Chuck, his horse, and patience.
Well, he's on a horse, so if we go places where it's hard for a horse, that might be helpful, right?
Yeah.
These hard-packed trails aren't giving up any leads.
'Cause I don't see a human.
Let's just skip rocks right here.
You go ahead. I'm going to take my shoes off.
Okay.
Let's check out that other trail. Make
Yeah,
sure
I think just to be sure.
Make sure they didn't double back on us.
Okay.
If a tracker can't pick up a sign within 50 meters of travel, he's got to double back to his last clue to establish another direction. The prey's strategy is to run across the stones to hide their tracks. For Russ, run is the operative word.
Let me grab your shoes so you have a balance.
Okay, right on. Thanks.
I guess, yeah, she held me back. One thing that stuck out to me is her footwear in that kind of country. It just wasn't suitable for what we were getting into. I mean.
Yep.
And there's one more snag.
Just using a little puffer here. Don't mind me.
Will you keep it handy?
Yeah. I would feel like a bit of an invalid using it.
Russ discovers something new about his partner.
It's not a big deal. Asthma's pretty common.
Huh. So you feel all right after that? Are you ready
Oh, yeah,
to go?
I'm good.
You're good to go?
Yeah, no problem.
Right. Oh, well, if you need to slow down or whatever,
I'll let you know.
just let me know.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
See, we got a track right there, and we got this, and we got this rock that's disturbed. It was there, and now it's here. So someone or something has stepped here.
Almost looks like a grizzly bear ahead of us.
It does.
It's right there, isn't it?
It does.
Sheesh, look at this grizz track. That's a big bear. That's probably a 7.5-foot bear.
And that's really fresh, too.
Probably last night or early this morning.
Huh.
Well, let's just keep an eye out for him. We'll keep going.
Hey, did you hear that 2 people got eaten up at the Arctic Wildlife Refuge?
Didn't imagine they solved that.
Yeah, they shot them and killed them. But they said it was predatory because they were in their tent. Oh my God, look at this. Now that's fresh. The bugs haven't even sat down yet. So it must have been from this morning. Let me just see it. It's kind of gross, but well, it's cool. It's not hot.
Yeah,
I guess that's a good sign.
And the horses are nervous. They smell trouble ahead.
Put it out.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing right there.
My heart's just a thump.
She should be leaving by now.
No, we gotta go.
Oh, wait. Now she's checking the wind. You see that? Dig that bear spray out of my backpack. Dig that bear spray out of my backpack.
After an 8-minute standoff, the grizzly moved along. But not as fast as these two. With nowhere to hide, they're not taking any chances.
There was one moment where I thought everything's just about to get really screwed up.
Yeah, it was just kind of playing it safe. Didn't really want to leave there. But we don't believe we were in any real danger.
You and I have such different takes on like 80% of the stuff, you know? I thought the bear was kind of a big deal. Threatening and her.
Russ and Susie are 3 hours ahead of Mantracker, jumping on and off trail, getting distance, and staying invisible.
Come on, buddy.
A collection of rough signs has brought Mantracker this far. Now overturned river rocks confirm that the prey have been here. Mantracker's got dead aim on his prey.
See, the buggers could be walking up here in this stuff and we'd never see them.
Meanwhile, Russ and Susie have stepped into trouble. This willow chokes and tangles every valley floor around here. It's not horse-friendly, and these two know it. They're stabbed, scratched, and soaked.
How you doing?
Okay, stop for a sec.
Okay.
Keep walking. Am I gonna put my shirt back on?
Well, I'll wait so we don't split up too bad.
Okay.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
All this pain is part of the plan to lure Mantracker into horse hell.
The prey have led us through a whole bunch of a shithole. You can cripple a horse pretty bad in that shit.
Russ and Susie leave Mantracker stuck in the willow as they climb for higher ground.
How you doing?
Oh, getting there, getting there.
It'll take longer to get through this bush on horseback than it will on foot. The prey planned it that way and are now headed to the high peaks where no horse should go.
No.
Bashing through the brush there slowed my partner down a little bit. She's getting tired legs, so we're gonna have to be a little creative here.
Safely up the slopes, the prey gains some easy miles, leaving Mantracker and Chuck to wrestle the willow down below.
Jesus Christ, where does the fucking muck end? Oh, Jesus.
It's dry down below it here.
Is it? Okay. Go ahead, lead on, McDuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there he is right there.
Get out of here. Is that him, those little dark spots over there?
Coming up the bottom there. We'll have to keep an eye on him. We'll stay up high and work the ridge. We might have to go dive for cover. Holy smokes, look at her come. That's a wall of water coming.
It's coming. It's like the tsunami of the Yukon here.
We better go find a hole, maybe.
Yeah.
Chuck has led Mantracker safely out of the willow, but it only gets tougher. That huge climb ahead is near impossible.
It's going to be a brutal climb. These horses are doing well. You know, we got to make a 5-mile loop to get anywhere. If we get halfway up there and these guys just say, screw it.
According to Chuck, there's nothing but trouble for the prey down the other side, except for one narrow game trail that leads to a lake. Mantracker bets the prey will take it.
So I guess we better saddle up and go.
Russ and Susie are still soaked from their bushwhacking. Now this.
Well, it's getting pretty windy. Okay, this is getting cold here. Russ is putting his pants on, his rubber pants, and I'm hiding under a tarp.
We don't have any options. We can sit under a tarp, or we can walk.
We can walk. I think we should walk.
We got a ton of distance to cover, and we don't have much time.
Rain gear is useless. They're soaked through, and the temperature's dropping. They need shelter. Stopping for rest is not an option. They stop, they freeze.
Got a good trail here. I hope we get some tracks soon.
Yeah.
It was good cover for us. I mean, we could run around on the tops and not be seen, you know, from a distance. But a guy's got to think about the long run too. At the end of the day, we needed to find a place that was going to keep us alive if it got worse.
What time is it? Like 10?
Yes, 10:30.
10:30. Ooh.
This is what 10:30 p.m. looks like in the Yukon. Russ the hunter knows that this is big game country, so they follow caribou trails. They always lead to water, and that means a hunting cabin. He plays a hunch, and it pays off.
Holy, look at that.
Oh my God.
Beautiful. Let's go take a look.
Cabin.
It's a fairly standard issue in the mountains. If you need a shelter and you find it, you stay there. Just don't make a mess of it and don't abuse it.
We're lucky to be here, that's for sure.
It's pretty gross all day long, bashing through the willows and pushing through the
Yeah, the
swamp.
willows were terrible.
Running into bears, and then rained and rained and rained all day.
I'm kind of wondering where this tracker guy is, though. Like, I mean, here we are sitting in this cabin with windows and candles going and a fire on. Admittedly, it's foggy and a bit rainy out, but where is he tonight?
We're going to go up on a bit of a side hill up here, spend the night, and see if we can ambush them. So this is who they are, eh?
Russ and Susie camped out in a hunter's cabin after hiking along the mountain peaks where horses can't go. Mantracker was forced to circle around the side of the mountain.
He's kind of a shy, straight guy, and, you know, a bit of a cowboy, and he's got a lot of good skills, and I do like to push his buttons.
Look about done.
Right
Help yourself
on.
here.
Ooh, tasty. Pretty fancy. No, that's just good stuff. Maybe I should just do it the quick way.
Mantracker and Chuck camped only long enough to rest the horses. They hit the trail while their prey slept.
Come on, let's go. They should be getting tired by now. All the bushwhacking they've been doing, and it's tough going. They're going to be looking for trails, and they're going to be sticking to them.
Anybody see an outhouse out here, or is this just shit in the woods country?
Yeah.
Hey!
Crude mouth woman.
I know. Look at it. It's reality.
How do you say it instead of not hurt anybody's feelings? She's crazy.
Hey, which way is the prevailing wind?
It's just not quite what I'm used to from a woman.
The riders have picked up a wildlife trail and are nearing the lake.
Somebody's been walking through here snapping twigs off.
Finally, Mantracker's theories turn into hard evidence.
It's nice, makes it a lot easier to follow.
A passing animal wouldn't make such a deliberate break.
I guess a guy gets in a habit of doing stuff he always does when he's in the bush, and mine just happens to be breaking sticks.
Yeah.
All right. let's
With
get out
no
of here.
sign of Mantracker, the prey make a slow start. Russ and Susie aren't feeling much pressure. Not until now.
Oh, hold up, hold up.
Did you hear that?
I didn't hear it. Did it sound far away?
In the distance, that lake carries sound a long ways. It's hard to tell.
Jeez.
Well, keep our voices down and keep rocking.
Okay, let's go.
Mantracker called it right. His prey are headed for the lake to walk around its shore to the other side.
Hey, check it out.
Holy
It's a freighter canoe. They probably the same guy as the cabin. Wonder if there's any paddles with it. You see any paddles?
Yeah.
Take her easy. I'm taking my life jacket off. There we go.
Why don't you get a little bit more yellow on? Maybe they won't see us.
This may seem like a miss, but Chuck can calculate the canoe's drift with the current.
Okay, I think I know where they're going now.
Let's go get them.
It's only a short horse ride along a well-packed caribou trail to the other side, and the prey are oblivious to Mantracker.
Because it's kind of creepy not knowing where he is, but if I caught a glimpse of him somewhere, that would be better.
Just as Mantracker can taste the victory of an ambush, Chuck calls a halt. Something's wrong.
Yeah, the horse is a little sore-footed, you can see, and I think we have to give her a good break.
It's about all we can do.
With one horse left, there's no other choice but to go it alone in unknown territory, without his scout.
What do you figure we go right up this ridge behind us? If it's fogged in like this, nothing's gonna see us. And we'll just run along the tops if that's the case.
Okay.
Get down here to this trail and just give her.
From here, there are 2 steep ridges to go before the prey make a final dash for the finish. And while the prey tackle the high ground, Mantracker methodically works his way down around the ridges.
So he's we're straight near the top.
The hill that doesn't end.
Susie is losing steam.
What do you think the angle of this slope is? This would be 0. 6 goes about 30 degrees. Do you think this is about a 30-degree slope?
Sure, I'm not a mathematician.
Whatever it is. I wouldn't ski it, you know? I wouldn't ski it.
With 1 ridge to go, Russ wants to keep moving. He's got a shortcut.
I started getting irritated with my partner. I started saying to him, look, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just following you, you know? So could you just tell me what we're headed for, and then I don't have to be watching your backpack all the time? Okay, you follow me for a change.
I'm carrying all your stuff
Good.
too. Fly at it.
Bullshit, you haven't got one thing of mine in your pack. So let's go. Hey. Bullshit, you haven't got one thing of mine in your pack. So let's go.
Mantracker lost a near capture at the lake when Chuck's horse suddenly went lame. And the prey's fatigue is killing their morale.
I think I offended her. No big deal. She'll be fine. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sorry.
Well, you did. I don't appreciate being set up like you're carrying all my stuff and you're the man, and I know this is all fun and games and whatever.
No, the fun's long gone.
See, what we got here is a rock that's been moved. Looks like it's come from there back in this direction. So that tells me that somebody has stepped on it and moved it. So their line of travel is in that direction.
The prey's conflict has resulted in a role reversal. Susie's pushed Russ aside and taken the lead.
At this point, I'm just going. I've just been going, and I don't give a rip if I'm at the back or the front or the side. I just had the map because it's been in my pocket, so what the heck? No big deal on my part. I don't have any issues.
I took my shoe off because my toes hurt. The bottom of them because they've been wet for 2 days and my feet have been wet. Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm not laughing.
Mantracker has spotted his prey and is making his move. But here in high country, it's he who has to hide. So he rides into a dip in the landscape to set up his ambush.
I thought that rock was a horse eating grass. I think I'm starting to lose it.
Up ahead, it's no rock, and it is eating grass.
Can you see any horses?
It's not hooves they should be listening for. Susie's intuition is louder, but the prey are deaf to it.
They're just coming into the coulee now.
See any horses?
I don't see anything. Trees.
Because you know, he might not be sitting on the trail either. I just had a sense. We're walking into something.
I don't know how to explain it. Guy gets a weird feeling, and my partner actually even said, this looks like a good spot for an ambush.
Let's get her, horse.
Here it goes.
The most energy I've seen out of her all night.
They could have walked beside the trails and skirted around any openings they came to and stuff, but they didn't. They walked straight down the trail and straight across the middle of the openings, and that pretty much was their undoing.